Alright everyone, welcome back to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video with Fat Phil, and we got a massive Road Ahead update, guys. We just got it out. I want to go over it. This really caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting a Road Ahead today, and it's some amazing news. So we're going to go ahead and here, just right away, guys. I'm going to get into this, and then we'll kind of return to the game and discuss this a little bit more. So we're in the forums here, and we got our new Road Ahead. And, so the first thing they're going to say, right, is we're going to talk about the anniversary gift for the 7th anniversary of Galaxy of Heroes. Guys, I cannot wait for this, right? There's obviously going to be some, promos, double drops, calendars, right? I mean, all of this stuff is amazing, right? Right in here, this Conquest character pack, of course, they're going to try and get us, money, try and get us to spend money, guys. But I can tell you that normally around this time is when they release their best pack. So if you're thinking you want to spend some money right now, I would hold off and I would wait for some of these packs to drop. The inbox gift, guys, holy Toledo. So you're going to get an Omicron, right? So you're going to get 25 Zetas, 15 Omegas, right? Going to get some character shards. And these ones for Jabba, it's not a lot, but here's the thing, guys. These are going to be worth their weight in gold later on. I mean, this is easily going to save some people for these, like, hard-node characters like Skipsguard, Lando, and Bush Leia. Right now, that's, like, almost 5 days of farming if you're not doing refreshes, right? And then Chrysanthemum, I mean, he's in Cantina, but again, that's 5 less shards you'll ever have to farm. Gonna get crystals, shipbuilding, Datacron stuff. So this right here, when this Mark III Carboni, I'm pretty sure these are all full pieces, right? Like, this is not salvage. This is 2 full Carbonis, 2 full stun guns, the droid collars, the Mark 8 biotechs, then the, and we're going to get some signal data pieces, right, which are super nice. We always need signal data. And then circuit boards, wirings, the transistors, heat sinks, conductors here, right, and then the Zimbital cards, those are, I love this, right? Those are fantastic. That's some great rewards in there. I don't know all these by heart, but I'm pretty sure these are all mod slicing materials, right? Which I'm perfectly fine with. And then, of course, the GOAT of any of our packs that we get from CG, Clone Wars Chewie Shards. You gotta love it, guys. These are all some really great rewards, so make sure that you're logging in to make sure you're claiming all of this stuff. We did finally get an update on the new territory battles. As we've said before, it's taking place between A New Hope and Revenge of the Sith, right? It's going to evolve over time, so we don't know a ton of how it's going to evolve, right? But they cover some of this stuff in here. I'm not going to read it word for word. Now, they do put, I want to put this in here. This is extremely important. That their expectation is that if you're getting around 20 stars in light side territory battles in Geonosis and getting closer to max stars in dark side Geo, that's their level of saying that you should be getting ready for this new territory battle, right? Keep in mind that the characters like you see down here, they're going to get bonuses, right? Jin, K2, Old Ben, and Bodhi Rook. I can tell you that my K2 and Bodhi Rook are both criminally undergeared. Now, Old Ben is Relic, Jin Ursa is Relic, so that's fine. And it tells you their bonus here, right? Which looks pretty nice. This mixed one, I'm very torn about. It's Jabba, it's Hondo, Dr. Aphra. Like, those are all brand new characters, right? So keep in mind, guys, that, you're definitely not going to be getting, as, I'm trying to think of the word I want to use here, right? That it's definitely going to be much more so on newer characters, right? There's a lot of new farms you'll need to undertake here. And then Fulcrum Ahsoka, she's pretty obtainable, just there's not been a ton of uses for her so far. Alright, and then the dark side, Grand Inquisitor, of course, right? Second Sister, Reva's going to have bonuses, which she's going to be obtainable in this new TB. Lord Vader, which I kind of hinted at that I thought he would be needed. Director Krennic, so everybody should have a Director Krennic if you've got Sith Eternal, right? So that's pretty easy. And then Gar Saxon, and then this is their bonus right here. Again, they're going to add more characters in here, right? It's just, they will. They're going to add more characters in here. I doubt they're going to be characters who are already good. These are going to be probably some other characters to make this, a little bit easier, but for other characters. Again, like telling us that we're going to need to be, doing these things, and that they highly recommend you get Jabba, Inquisitors, and Dr. Aphra, as they're going to be required for certain missions. So, shocker if you didn't see this coming, that you're going to be needing all that stuff, guys. So, again, if the recommendation I had for a lot of players was, that Jabba the Hutt is one of those things that you might want to think about if you're in the middle of the game. It's something that I think I'm going to pivot right into Grand Inquisitor and Jabba after Lord Vader. It's just unfortunately the world we're living in right now. Now this is really cool. There's 6 phases, 18 planets, right? There's Reva shards, Guild Token 3, as well as Get 2. So we're not locked out of those shipments, right? The return to 6 phases, right? I'm a big fan of that. I think that the 4 phases can be a little bit dull sometimes, so I'm excited for that. I think this is more content, right? This is a way of getting us to engage with the game a little bit more. Obviously a light side, dark side, and a mixed path, right? So I'll be interested to see how that pans out. And then obviously, ship combat missions, mixed platoons, etc. So, battles are only 2 encounters each. I'm very much happy about that. But then they talk about the new planet modifiers akin to galactic challenges and conquest. So this is definitely going to be interesting to see how these things pan out. Very, very curious. But the characters, the planets you're going to go to here, Coruscant, Bracca, Kashyyyk, Lothal, Ring of Kafrene, and Scarif. I love that. Those are some amazing places we can go to, right? Mixed alignment zones, Corellia, Felucia, Tatooine, Kessel, Vandor, and Hoth. Mwah. I'm loving this, right? Like Mustafar, Geonosis, Dathomir, Haven class medical station, Malachor, Death Star. Guys, this is fantastic. This is a huge update. I'm very, very excited if you can't tell. Classic encounters like the Petraki Arena monster battles from Geonosis, right? So we'll see some things like that. And obviously you're going to need to be going crazy for guilds. They put out their platoon bonuses. I am not going to read all this. You guys can, read all of these different things on your own time here. But again, this looks to be some awesome stuff in here, right? I'm really excited for what I think, are to come. And again, they're still doing some testing, right? This new territory battle the first time is going to be buggy. Just accept it. It's happened every single time they release. That's okay. We're ready for it. Reva, and we knew this was coming with Grand Inquisitor, that she's going to be basically a galactic legend inside of Grand Arena. And you can bet that she's going to perform better than Grand Inquisitor in Territory Wars. I'm willing to put money on that. So, she's going to be getting, where is it here? This held by, hatred, right? Which Darth Sion has. So she'll revive. I was not a fan of her character in the show, if I'm honest, but that's beside the point, right? I think she's going to be a fantastic character inside of this game and one you're really going to want. So they have not said how to get her, but my gut assumption is you need Inquisitors, right? That's a pretty safe assumption. They are going to update some of the rewards in Hoth and Geonosis, so this is their way of trying to get you to the point faster of getting to this new game mode, because this game mode is going to be the new thing for Capital Games. They're creating this new territory battle, right? This whole map. If I scroll up here, this whole map is designed that they can change it over time. They can make updates. So I think this is a fantastic change for the game, that they're really trying to push some PvE content out that we've been wanting. And then, guys, honestly, I think the best part of this is the gear update phase 2. We have been clamoring about this time and time again. I myself have clamored about this, and now they finally have gone on and done it. And they explain why, right? Basically, when this game first started releasing marquee characters, they were useful at Gear 8, 3 stars, right? Gear 11, 3 star, because there wasn't relics. Now that there's relics, characters aren't really useful until they're, Relic 5, Relic 3 something, right? So they're trying to do that. They do talk about trying to get new players to catch up, which has been a huge, huge sticking point for a lot of new players, guys. So this is huge news for you. And then they say all gear items below gear 12, and then they like this excludes the Mark 12 arm attack and Circa items, and then the suite of like purple items only used in gear 12 stuff, and injectors in addition to Kyrotex. So those items for like relics guys, right? They're not going to be in here, but everything else is going to get updated, right? Their quantities doubled on most nodes, events, shipments, bundles, packs. This is probably more impactful than what we got already. I think this is huge. They're going to be doubling rewards, and it's going to increase the amount of time it takes for us, like tenfold. Like you guys are going to just see a huge explosion of growth in this game. Again, I mean, look at all the different areas they're, talking about putting these things in, right? Everywhere you guys see where you can earn this stuff, it's going up, right? Not adjusted, right? So I do want to say gear challenges have already been done. Daily activities, nope. Anything that rewards like gear 12 only, these things are not unchanged. And then they do have a full list of the gear that isn't going to get changed. Basically, guys, anything you need for relics is in here. The one thing I do get why they did it, right, is that they will no longer, that the relic salvage is going to be cut in half, right? Or that it's going to, the conversion is going to be cut in half. And this is their way of saying that, and I think this is okay, right? Because if they left it the same, somebody like me who already has a lot of the core gear equipped, I could just start pumping out relics left and right. So they're making sure that the relic process still is the same, right? But getting up to relics is going to be a lot faster. Shipment prices will also be reduced by 50%. Again, chef's kiss. Like, this is a brilliant change. So they will be looking to put all of these changes in December, right? So we still have about a month. And then this is where they really kind of like, shore it up here, right? That getting to gear 10 through gear 12 is going to be smoother, it's going to be faster, and I think that was a huge area that was missing before. Like I've always been okay with the relic process. I think the relic process is great. I think that next step being, eventually leading us to getting relics a little bit faster as they release more relic levels will be coming down the road. They do talk about Dr. Aphra and Sanastaros in here. I'm not going to go into crazy detail yet because, again, for a lot of players, this is just not this may start being a priority, but, right now those characters aren't even farmable yet, so, we really I can't be recommending you guys to go and farm the BTs and things like that when there's going to be a lot of other stuff, right? These are going to be characters that I think will want to add to a farming list, but not quite yet. Then they did talk about some, UI, UX improvements for territory battles. This is fantastic, guys. Like, this whole road ahead, this is probably the one that I've been most excited about, even more so, I think, than when they increased the shard shop, or not shard, when they increased, like, the shards, did the gear changes one. I mean, I have always loved territory battles. I think territory battles is really, really cool. So I'm just excited to see what this new territory battle brings to the game. I think that it's going to be fresh content. I think that it's going to be difficult. I very much think this is going to be a very difficult territory battle, guys. Like, when you look at these bonuses they're giving, right, that whenever buffs expire, they're gaining offense. Like, you read this and you're just realizing, like, that your teams are going to need to be higher relic. They're going to need to be taking advantage of these bonuses where they can. And if you don't have some of these characters, you might need to think about starting to work on them, right? Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum, making sure your Krennic is at least up to snuff if you got him for Sith Eternal like I did, right? There's going to be a lot of stuff in here, guys. I am super excited. I cannot wait for this to come into the game. This is something that I really think we've been needing, and I'm like giddy thinking about this. I really, really think that this game is moving in a fantastic direction. I love this change, and I am looking forward to maybe finally getting to use Director Krennic of all characters. He's kind of this like really odd egg inside of the Empire right now where I just never use him. So maybe we need to equip his leadership ability, right? Who knows? So it's going to be pretty interesting to see how all this pans out, guys. But that's the end of the video. Thank you all so much for watching. May the force be with you. And before you go, we must first pay homage to our king, Wampa. And we must say from the bottom of our hearts that the only part about this update that wasn't good is that they did not give you a unique ability for this territory battle. But we can't get everything. We still love you, and you are our king. That's the video, guys. May the force be with you. Subscribe, 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 and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.